What's up, everybody? This is Velocituber here, and today we're doing a video where I am picking the top theme park from each chain that needs to get a new coaster. These chains include the Universal chain, the Six Flags Entertainment Corporation, Enchanted Parks, United Parks, and Hershend Entertainment. Let's get started. To start off with the Universal chain, the first park we're going to talk about is Epic Universe. So everybody, hear me out. This park is in need of a new roller coaster, specifically a new expansion. Yes, I know this park opened up just a year ago, but this park needs a new coaster because lines at this park are a big problem. Now, what do I think could come? Many have speculated a Harry Potter themed Quidditch roller coaster, and I think a Vekoma Thrill Glider could be an option. Or since Universal is also known to work with Intamin a lot, they get an indoor straddle coaster. Both options give the illusion of flying on a Quidditch stick, and I feel could be a great fit at the park. It fills many gaps like a family roller coaster mixed with a thrill roller coaster. Another roller coaster people speculated was a Mack Rides Rocking Boat, similar to what's coming to Dollywood this year. It could be themed to a creature in the Black Lagoon. This is a Universal classic and can be found in their Monsters Unchained ride. Moving on to the Six Flags chain, I have another controversial opinion, but Over Georgia needs a new coaster. Even though they got one last year, Georgia Gold Rusher kind of feels more like an advanced flat ride than a roller coaster. Also, this ride would bring many other guests from many different areas around Georgia. I am being a little biased as this is my home park, but I do think they could get a B&M dive, Premier launch, or maybe even relocate Air Force One if we're lucky. But on the more realistic side, I think a Premier Rides launch coaster would fit perfectly into the park. If the executives at Six Flags were to add it in the old spot of the go-karts and where the parking lot is, that would be an amazing addition. Even though I'm an enthusiast, I don't mind dive coasters and I don't hate on them at all. Sure, they could be better, but, they're the best they can get. And it would be a great supporting attraction and a GP magnet for more investment at Six Flags Over Georgia. The theme in that area of the park is a steampunk area, so maybe they could call the roller coaster Cognition. Also, don't sleep on the fact that instead of a dive coaster or a Premier Rides LSM launch coaster, they could get a Vekoma Tilt, just like Siren's Curse. Next up on the list is Six Flags St. Louis, better known as Enchanted Parks. What are they going to call it again? Oh yeah, Mid-America. The only reason this park is in the Enchanted Parks chain is because Enchanted Parks, also EPR Properties, asked and pleaded Six Flags to sell this property over because they wanted to make this their flagship park, which means this park is likely going to be the next park to get a major investment. I think this park could possibly get a B&M Hypercoaster, mainly because they were supposed to, but my home park, Six Flags Over Georgia, stole it in Goliath. Now, they have a lot of space in this park, especially in the forest, where they could make a nice out-and-back B&M Hyper. Or heck, even RMC the Boss. That's what I would like to see. But thinking on the more realistic side, since RMC hybrid coasters are not that popular anymore, I definitely think a B&M Hypercoaster would work. Or maybe even the next coaster coming to this park could be a smaller investment in terms of scale, and it could be an RMC Raptor. Anything would make this park even better than it already is. My one question is, what are they going to do with all the IPs like Mr. Freeze, Batman, and all the other DC comics? I have a name idea for Mr. Freeze. Maybe they name it Patriot because they might lean into the Mid-America theme. But anyways, I'm going to stop yapping and get on to our next chain. The next park that I'm going to be covering is SeaWorld San Diego in the United Parks chain. The reason I think this is because it's been 3 years since their last roller coaster was added and almost 8 years since their last big thrill roller coaster was added. And this park only has 5 operating roller coasters ever since the Tidal Twister was taken out. On recent surveys, the park stated they might get a B&M surf coaster, similar to Pipeline at SeaWorld Orlando. I would love to see this roller coaster come to the park and be more airtime focused than Pipeline, especially having a bunch of camelbacks after camelback after camelback. That would be awesome. Pipeline the Surf Coaster at SeaWorld Orlando is a very twisty-turny layout and focuses on airtime, but also has a lot of positive G-force moments. So a more airtime-based roller coaster like a B&M Hyper would be a great twist to things. Now it's time to go to our fifth and final chain. But before we do, please like and subscribe and comment so the YouTube algorithm doesn't screw me over and so I can make more awesome videos like this. Our next chain is Herschend Entertainment. Now, a park that is in dire need of a roller coaster is Wild Adventures in Valdosta, Georgia. And I've been to this park before, and I think it's cool and it has a great atmosphere, but what it's really missing is a star attraction. They have an SLC, a Boomerang, and 3 other family roller coasters dedicated for kids. They removed their biggest thrill roller coaster, Cheetah, a long time ago, and I kind of wish it was still there because it seemed like a great wooden coaster and could have been an awesome potential for RMC. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But I think a new RMC could go there as well. Going back to my Air Force One idea, I think Air Force One could get relocated to this park, especially in the former plot of Cheetah. This park definitely has the space and has the money from Herschend Entertainment to relocate it, especially since it's inside of Georgia. This park is struggling with attendance numbers, but it is not as bad as Fun Spot Atlanta. When I went in spring of 2026, all of the rides were open and there were always people on every single pathway. For Fun Spot Atlanta, that is not the case. So if they were to relocate Air Force One, that would be a great addition so people on their way to Universal, Disney, Fun Spot, SeaWorld, and Busch Gardens can make a pit stop, and that would be a great way for an investment. Well, that's all, folks. Thanks for listening, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that has made it this far in the video, and just one more time, please like, subscribe, comment, and even share this video to your friends on YouTube so the YouTube algorithm doesn't screw me over. And I want to just say new videos coming out soon. And yeah, bye everybody. This was Velocituber.